Boy DBBD, and we're back at it again with another video in the military series. Today we're going to be talking about MEPS, MEPS, Medical Entrance Processing Station, something like that. Before I go into anything about MEPS, I just got to say that this is my experience. My experience is definitely, most likely, almost 95% going to be different than yours. I've already been to MEPS 3 times. The last time I swore in. That's one more time than you should be at MEPS. So total, I will be there 4 times. My last time will be the ship out. So with all that being said, let's get it started. I'm gonna sit down. Well, I don't want to sit down because there's mosquitoes trying to attack me and fight me and screw me over. So I wrote a little bit down. I apologize if the video is not gonna be in focus. This time I'll try not to cover out, and I just got bit. I'll try not to cover the mic so that way I can hear things, or so y'all can hear things. I don't need to hear it because I'm talking. Anyways, all right. So the day you always go to MEPS, the day I got bit again. You always go to MEPS the day before you're supposed to, because you stay in a hotel. And the hotel I went to was pretty nice. I think it was like a Hyatt or something like that. And they had a pool and everything. They had freaking, what's it called? Like, not bonfire, but little things with fires in it. Like the first time, all right, so the first time I went, let me just freaking get in and freaking ramble on. I hate this. So anyways, you go to the hotel. You check in with the person that's there, that's gives you your room. And you're most likely going to have a roommate. You sign this paper stating, you know, when you're going, or like the rules and stuff like that. And then after that, you get to go to your room. Before you go to your room, the place where you sign your paper at, there's usually it's like a lobby. There's a bunch of games and TV and stuff like that. This last time I watched my Colts lose, it was kind of sucked. But anyways, so you can chill there or go to your room, which I went to my room first to chill for a little bit. And then, because I was hungry, you know, I had to make weight and I didn't really eat anything all day. So I was wondering what they were going to serve, and at 5 o'clock, they served dinner for us. So at 5 o'clock, me and my roommate and a bunch of other people, they were pretty cool. Like the first one I went was pretty cool people. Granted, it was during the summer, so it was like younger people. I'm 25. But so there's one dude that we went, and we called him Beater. Or no, wife beater. Not because he beats his wife, but because it's like wearing one of these. But yeah, all he talked about was like eating, and he farted a lot. And he was kind of rude, but... y'all, if y'all was there and you watching this, you know who I'm talking about. He ate a lot of bacon. His first plate in the morning was just pure bacon. But anyways, so I'm gonna go sit down. So after you eat and then you go back to your room, or you can go like work out. I advise you not to lift heavy or run too long. I ran and then I hit the elliptical for a long time because I needed to make weight. So that's what I did. And then after that, I went back upstairs and chilled for a little bit. And then, went upstairs like to the lobby, chilled, played some games with the guys and a couple girls that are up there. And then my roommate. I don't really remember my first roommate. It's kind of weird. Actually, all of them except for this last one. Actually, no, they're not all weird, but just different. So anyways, yeah, that was the first day. And then I didn't go to bed. I sat, like, if you do need to lose weight, a good thing to do is to work out really hard. Like, hit the elliptical or run really hard and then go right upstairs to your room. And then close the bathroom and then put a towel under, like, the door where the crack is. And just sit, like, it's like kind of heated up like a sauna, and just sit on the toilet. And I mean, you can do whatever you want, but sit on the toilet and just turn the shower all the way on. Because usually at hotels, the shower gets really freaking hot. I usually sit there for like an hour or like 30 minutes to an hour. And then after that, you get in the shower when it's really, really hot. Like really hot to almost where you can barely stand it. And you just stand in there, get wet, you know, for about 15 minutes. And then you start washing up. And then you dry off really quick, and then you hot, because usually hotels got a lot of blankets and stuff. and then you hop in bed. You don't sit next to the AC. I know it's gonna be hot, but you hop in bed and you cover yourself with every single material that's on that bed, and then you just lay there. And it's pretty much like an easy bake oven. You cook and you sweat and stuff like that. But yeah, it works out really well. And that's and I remember I went to bed weighing 265, and then the next day when I went to MEPS, I was like down to 260. So yeah, this is gonna be a long video. I hope not, but I talk too damn much. So anyways, you wake up the next morning and you go to MEPS, and then or no, you wake up the next morning around 4:30, 5, depending on who your roommate is. I woke up at 4:30, and then you get ready, and then you go down all the way down to the hotel lobby, and you sit there and you wait until like 5:30 when they serve breakfast. And after breakfast, you eat breakfast, which is pretty good. But I didn't eat that first time because I wanted to make weight. So I did have some yogurt and like a piece of orange. So, you eat breakfast and then you hop in the van or like a little bus thing. Got bit again. And you hop in a bus and you go to MEPS. And it's on base. I went to the one in El Paso, Texas. I'm not from Texas. I don't live in Texas, but that's the one I went to. And then after or when you get there, you stand outside and like the head person or the person up front tells you like, hey, if you have any weapons, knives, guns, blah blah blah, don't bring them in. If you do, or like if you do have any knives or anything, which you're not supposed to bring, she was like, we'll hold it for you to afterwards because some people drive themselves. So, but yeah. So anyways, you go in and you check in, like you go to your liaison, you check in, and then they give you your name badge and all that good stuff, and then you sit down and you wait. So, and this is the actual MEPS process. It's not in order. I vaguely remember it, but this is why I wrote some stuff down. So first, you get your blood pressure. Now, if your blood pressure is high, they do give you a chance to bring it down. I suggest, everybody's was high when I went, just because everybody's nervous. What I suggest, if your blood pressure is high, chill. Like after they take it, just sit in there, take deep breaths, gently release, and do that like 3 or 4 times and just chill. Because if your blood pressure is still high, you might have to leave and they won't let you go on through the process. So, and it happened with one person when I went. They ended up checking it again later on, and it was just too high, so they needed to get a medical waiver for the the medical waivers suck. I'm telling y'all that right now. That's one of the big reasons why it took so long for me. But anyways, so after your blood pressure, you go do your like hearing, your eye test, your they draw your blood, you do a pee test. Nobody really passed out our blood when they did ours. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. And I just got bit again in my back. Cool. And so after your man, I lost my train of thought. See, all these bugs is messing me up. Woo! Get away from me, boy. I don't know if y'all saw that. Hopefully y'all saw that. But anyways, after your eye test, hearing test, blood draw, urine, all that good stuff, they bring you in the room and they try to scare you. They tell you if you lie, you're going to jail. If you do this, you do that. You fill out this paperwork. You take an alcohol test, like a breathalyzer. Don't drink any alcohol the day before. Don't even use mouthwash that morning or anything like that. Just drink water and that orange juice that they give you or something like that. After that, man, let me see where we at. Damn, 8 minutes already. All right, I gotta hurry up because it's gonna take forever to upload. So anyways, or 9 minutes. So anyways, after you go in that room, you're gonna fill out all this paperwork. Say no. I mean, be honest, but say no. Be honest, but say no. Be honest, but say no to everything, or else you're gonna get sent home. But be honest. I'm just playing. Be honest. And after that, you go to see the doctor, and you just go over all your like medical stuff. And if he finds any discrepancies, if I said that right, then you're pretty much gonna be screwed, and he might send you home because that's what happened to me. Although I got to finish through the process, so actually no, that's not what happened to me. Pretty much, he asked me if I have ever been arrested or like been pulled over or anything like that. I was like, I've never been arrested, never been in trouble with the law, but I have been pulled over a few times. And I laughed, but he had a serious face, like he had a serious look on his face, and I was like, He was like, here you only have that you've been pulled over or 2 tickets. And I was like, yeah, I only had 2 tickets. And there one was speeding, or they were just speeding. And he was like, well, I need to know about every single time you've been pulled over. And I looked at him, I was like, are you for real? I mean, I've been pulled over a lot, but only for stupid stuff. And I've only gotten 2 tickets, and that was for, legit. And he was like, well, I need to know most recent and all this. So I got pulled over, one for like a missing headlight, which I had the headlight in my back seat. It was just dark and I couldn't freaking put it on. And two, I had what's it called? I had my registration, which was my fault because I didn't put my sticker. In California, you gotta have your year date, that current year date in the back for your registration, and I didn't have it on there. And that was just my fault. And they didn't even give me no ticket, no fix it ticket, nothing. So I had to put that on there, which kind of sucked. And then he almost sent me home for that. And so after that, you sit down and you go to the locker room. And this is where the girls and guys split. And this is pretty much the same process for the girls and guys up until this point. Now, I don't know how it is for the girls, but the guys, we go to a locker room. You strip down everything. And only thing you don't strip is your boxers. So guys wear, like, you can wear tight boxers or whatever. I remember this dude for the Air Force, he wore like Speedos. I don't know why. But yeah, just wear some boxers. Nothing like, if you do wear boxers, make sure the button's tight. Make sure your dang-a-lang ain't flipping out or whatever and stuff like that. Oh, by the way, when you take your pee test, I hope you're not shy because you're gonna be peeing next to like 4 other dudes, and there's gonna be this big mirror like on top that's looking right down at your junk, and a dude standing behind you making sure you ain't doing anything stupid. So yeah, and everybody's standing there, so don't be alarmed. You're going into the military. If you played sports before, then you should be all right because you've showered with a bunch of dudes before, and it ain't nothing like that. So, anyways, back to my story. Back to the physical part. So you sit there, and what took so long for us is that in order to do the physical, we all did it together, and there's about like 15 dudes. So we had to wait for all the dudes to get done. So we were waiting in our boxers, sitting on a bench. It was like in the locker room for like 30 minutes, just waiting for them to come get us. Finally, they come get us. They make you do like all these different exercises just to make sure all your joints work. And then you do the horrible duck walk. And it ain't even hard. The hardest part was like for a guy, he couldn't walk on his heels. He kept walking on the side of his feet. And he was like, if you can't walk on your heels, I'm going to send you home right now. So the dude kind of like almost fell because he couldn't walk on his heels. They let him go. They let him pass. But yeah, so I ended up finishing the whole process. But in the middle of the process of my eyes, if you score above a 3 for your eyesight, so yeah, that was a physical. And then that's pretty much over. But from there, that's when I stopped. I went home, or I ate, and then I went home because I actually got disqualified. I got disqualified for my eyesight. If you score over a 3, then they won't let you join. You need like a medical consult, which is kind of messed up because I went in, I got my eyesight done, and then I went in to see the doctor. They're like, all right, go see the doctor. The doctor was being an a-hole. He was like, he pretty much said, all right, because you're over 3, I'm disqualifying you right now on your eyesight, but you can finish the process. I'm like, what? Why would you disqualify me and let me finish the process? So he did that, and then he was like, pretty much, it means you're disqualified. You can't finish. You can't swear in today. You need to come back here in like a week, and then, or we'll set it up an appointment. You need to get an eye consult. So he said a week. It took like 3 weeks. But anyways, I came back, did my eye consult, and I think I'm gonna do a part 2 to this MEPS for the next. Got bit again. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. So I got disqualified, and I couldn't finish on through the process. I had to come back for the eye consult. Actually, I'll just say that real quick. So I did the eye consult, and I came back, did the eye consult, and man, it was tough. They send you to a doctor, did that, and then after that, you go home, and they send you, now, they gave me a chance to get a waiver, a medical waiver. So what they do is after your eye consult, if it's cleared from the eye doctor, and the doctor at MEPS clears it, then, because he gave me it took him like 2 weeks. He said it was going to be, in 2 weeks. And I was like, man, that's a long time. So in 2 weeks, I found out that he said that the doctor at MEPS said that I was able to perform all duties. Cool. Now it's just up to the higher up, at the general, the one doctor that's with the general of the army or something like that. So That ended up taking almost 2 months. Dude at MEPS told me 2 weeks. Ended up taking 2 months, and that's where I'll leave it off. For I just put two of the trips together for me. I got one more, and that was this last time swearing in. So I'll do the swearing part, like the whole day. I'll do that and tell you why I lost my 68 whiskey. One of the best jobs you could ever have. One of the one I wanted. Combat healthcare specialist, aka combat medic. I'll tell you how I lost that. So, yeah, I always remember these three things: keep it real, keep it safe, keep it pimping. And if you have any other questions or anything that I missed, let me know. I do remember, but if you ask the right question, it'll jog my memory. Always check the description of the videos. I always add a little thing in there. So, yeah, let me do this again. Always remember these three things: keep it real, keep it safe, keep it pimping. Deuces.